I'm Jan Shadick. I'm principal of Lambeth Academy at the moment, but I've just finished as principal of Swindon Academy. We've had 3 teaching leaders participants in Swindon, and there are 3 currently at Lambeth going through as well. It was the reputation of teaching leaders. I'd heard a lot about it, but being a school that was outside London, we hadn't had direct contact. And through the group, United Learning Trust, contact was made. And I liked what they had to say. Was also really keen to develop middle leadership at Swindon Academy, and this seemed a really important tool to address it in the way that we wanted it to be addressed. Middle leaders at Swindon are critical. They're the sort of engine box of the school. Everything that has to happen has to come through the middle leaders. So we knew it was absolutely critical if we were going to make the improvements that we needed to make. We had to get our middle leaders up towards outstanding. We had a lot of very inexperienced leaders in the school that were very, very keen, and they wanted to develop their leadership, and Teaching Leaders was a vital programme to deliver that. Andrea Parker was the first middle leader that took part in Teaching Leaders. She was a new curriculum leader of science, was very keen to do well, had a large department, and with science as the specialism in the school and a core subject in the school was absolutely critical. She was keen to develop her accountability skills, keen to develop her leadership, and she went into Teaching Leaders with a very open mind about what she wanted to do. The opportunity she had to meet with other curriculum leaders who were perhaps more experienced than she was and have that conversation about accountability and raising standards, and the school improvement project that she then took on had a real impact not only on her as a person and her confidence levels. She was able to challenge staff that were older than her and more experienced than her, but able to do it in a constructive way, and the results in science went up and have continued to go up, and I believe are now the most successful in the academy. Andrea's confidence grew tremendously. The fact that she had a coach meant that she could talk to somebody one-to-one about the things that were really bothering her without feeling that she was making herself vulnerable in any way. Her ability to challenge people increased, and she began to understand what high-quality teaching and learning looked like, what accountability looked like, and was able to interpret the data that was coming out of her department in a way that was going to be constructive in moving them forward. I think managing talent at a middle leadership level is critical. You've got to be aware of who your strong middle leaders are, and probably more importantly, who are your up-and-coming middle leaders. And I think what Teaching Leaders does is enable you to pick up those ones that you know have got great potential, and it's a programme that will bring it out of them so that they are ready to step in and do exactly the job that you need them to do. Advice I would give a head teacher or a principal is go for it. I think it's a fantastic programme. It's a programme that we use solely for our middle leadership training, but in choosing a candidate, it's got to be somebody who's got potential, it's got to be somebody who takes their own leadership seriously, and it's got to be somebody who's prepared to work hard and listen to the advice that they're given. If you get that right, I think it's a programme that is going to bring you sustainable leadership improvement.